Super.
Spoon it. Yeah.
Get your watch out.
Whenever I'm down, you carry me away. You turn my whole life around just with what you say.
We are live. What the heck? How are we doing, everybody? I just had some machine guns going off on my phone. I do apologise. Shows you what I'm watching, doesn't it? How the devil are we? We all right? It's for those of you that are celebrating today. Happy Easter, all. You know, it's a time for me to get together with the family and have some chocolate eggs, and really go for it. I do love the old Kinder chocolate, and I get that from my family quite often. I've had a number of Kinder eggs already, and I haven't made the toys yet, but I am going to very soon. But congratulations to everyone. You know, we've done it. It's another Easter, 2025. Bosh. How are we? All right? Excuse me. Oh, it's good chocolate. That is good. That'll be the death of me, that will. We got Madagascar here. That's fantastic. Ray. Always good to see you here, my friend. I'm seeing members like Fraser Nash. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Who else? Wow, there's so many of you. Case is here. I love Case. How are you, my friend? I'm very sorry, but I have to sleep. Yeah, you take care, mate. That's good. I'll put that as a that'll be one of the reviews on this show today, mate. So I'm chuffed you're here for that. Thank you very much. I'd love to know, you guys, not only the watch you're wearing on your wrist, but also where you are watching from, because it always fascinates me, team. So we've got Alabama here. We got Macedonia. We've got Big Boss Man 71. He's from Woohoo. That might be just an expression, but that's fine. How are we doing? David Dawson, what's he saying? In the spirit of Easter and welcoming all things new, I bought myself a Prince Harry Pulsar G10. David, well, from a fellow curly-haired man, congratulations, my friend. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. Pulsar have some great history with the military, and that's a beauty right there. Long time Zach, long time watcher, first time caller. Love the tambourine song, Trampoline. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean, my friend. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that a lot. I've just started getting into writing songs again. I've been putting a little clips up on Instagram of a few songs. I've written quite a few recently, but I just don't want to flood Instagram, because I know there's people that, you know, are here for watch content and not for music. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, the intro to the Mad Watch Collector channel is one of my songs called Trampoline. Could be tambourine, but it is Trampoline. No, that's fine. We got Wigmaster. That's where I got this from. He's from Connecticut. Stewie's got his 5610U on. Rob G, Walk and Talk, Canadian in the house with his F91W. Congratulations, my friend. Mark, he's watching. There's always someone. There's always one, isn't there? Mark, he's watching from the front room. I love it, mate. J Photography, G-Shock 5000 TVB Virtual Armor Titanium from Colorado. Fantastic. Look at this. Arik Hossain from Bangladesh. Hope you're doing well, my friend. There's loads of us, isn't there? Bob from Tadley. He's wearing his A168. Absolutely love that watch, my friend. Especially with the electroluminescent backlight. I don't know if they've come out with a reissue of that watch or not, but if they have, I would definitely get the older one, because that illuminating backlight on that is phenomenal. Sunny Southend on Sea. We got quite a few from from the UK today. I love it. Big Boss Man from Essex. Got Ronnie from Sweden. How are you? Oh, crikey, Ronnie, you look serious in that, my friend. I need a smiling profile because I'm sure you're a lovely guy, but you're giving off aggressive bouncer vibes here, my friend. But perhaps Peter knows you. And if he does, can you give us just let us know that Ronnie is a nice fella, you know? The Outdoors with Jim, with China exposing who they manufacture. Oh, for how this will affect the watch industry, especially Swiss is a very interesting topic, my friend. Very interesting indeed. It's very murky waters, isn't it? 60% Swiss made, 40%, who knows? And what that 60% actually means is very interesting, you know? Ronnie, you don't have to apologise, my friend. Gone, Swindon. And if I was in Swindon, I'd be exactly the same, my friend. I'm only joking. I hope you're doing well. What I have on my wrist today, actually, I'll save it. It's a watch you've never seen before. Not on my wrist anyway. I've had it for a while. I just haven't gotten around to showing it off on a compilation show of other watches. But we're talking about value for money watches today, you know. I'll be giving away some little announcements today as well. I did tease on the community post yesterday or the day before that I would be going to Germany to a watch factory in June, and I will be meeting a fellow YouTuber out there. Well, today I'm going to tell you what that brand is. Maybe not the YouTuber yet. Also something else I'd like to announce, which is phenomenal. And yeah, just basically have a good just a good time, innit? You know, just a good time. N2 Rad has got his lovely C Christopher Ward C65 June Alon bronze. Lovely. Oh, I should have brought my Vertex M36 bronze with me, because it is patina in like the clappers. Do you know what I mean? It is definitely changing. Every single day of the week it's changing. But that's fantastic. Need help in Brian May Seiko Red edition. Good. Well, it'll be a Seiko 5 Sports, my friend. They are fun. It is fun. They come in a cool box, cool case, and it's the dial is in the style of Brian May's guitar, which he built. I'm pretty sure he built his own guitar with his dad, I think. Remind me if I'm wrong. Ray. Oh my God, the poor bugger. He's been a member. I know he's a member at other channels as well. He's one of these top dudes. Thank you very much for that, my friend. That does mean a lot to me. And thank you for being a member, and to all the members of the YouTube channel. There's not a massive amount of you, but I know in the Discord chat you are fantastic. I absolutely love you guys on there. The membership doesn't get a lot of money, particularly with YouTube taking it all, but you know, it's not about that. I just love it. I just love you there, and I'm glad I can most of the time give you shows early than anyone else, and you're part of this Discord. But thank you very much, Ray. Do apologize that you've been a member for 38 months, and very soon there is a couple of milestones coming up. One's already gone, really, but I'm going to celebrate it with something hopefully big. First of all, I've been on YouTube for almost 5 years, which is crazy. The Mad Watch Collector, the name hasn't been for 5 years, but I'd started YouTube, doing a YouTube watch channel in the pandemic 2020. And it was the Idiot's Guide to Watches. They were my first shows, and they are absolutely abysmal. Anyone that saw me back then and subscribed, you've got to question your judgment on all sorts of levels. But I do appreciate it. But yeah, 5 years. 5 years. Is that crazy or what? Mental, absolutely mental that I've been doing this for 5 years. Do you know what, though? I am just as hungry, just as enthusiastic about seeing what the next watch is, looking at new watches, as I ever have been. I'm in the fortunate position these days that I can pretty much pick a watch, and that watch I can have a look at in my hands. I mean, that's the difference between me now and me 3-4 years ago. It's pretty mental, really. If I want a certain Rolex, or I want a Seiko, or I want a Citizen or a Hamilton, I can just say, excuse me, is it all right to have this? And, I've got top friends now and acquaintances that I can get these watches to me. What that does do, unfortunately, it makes me buy too many watches. I still got too many watches. It is annoying. But I'm really culling down at the minute. So next time I do a State of the Collection show, I think you may be surprised. But anyway, so yeah. David, what's David saying? Your channel has always been a lot of fun. Thank you, my friend. I must admit, I get a little bit anxious and a little bit nervous when people message me and comment me and say, you're the reason why I bought this watch. You're the reason why, I don't speak to the wife anymore, that sort of thing. You're the reason why the kids aren't going to college, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? And that sort of puts a little bit pressure on me. But I just got to blank it out. Haven't I? Anyway, I'll talk about this watch when we talk about value for money. And that's really cool. Please sell me your Bamford 6900. Evening, Nishal. Please sell me your Bamford. My friend, absolutely no problem with that. If you DM me on Instagram or give me an email. I'm not sure where it is, but I'll be happy. I'd be happy to do a deal, my friend. No probs. So yeah. I hate to be the one of those guys, but yeah, I'm eyeing up CWC. Yes, David. I mean, I've still got. This is the problem with this YouTube luck, is that I've still got the TI 300 from CWC that I reviewed 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. It can't leave my house. It has to stay. That watch is absolutely incredible, and I know it's a lot of money. I think it's £1,300. It's got a Swiss Ronda inside, but the case, the history of the watch, the history, the background behind the Reholt that's only been used since '93. I just love it. I just absolutely love CWC. I can't talk about them enough in my head. But thank you, Abe Froman. I appreciate that a lot. When it comes to value for money, I'm not just about, how much is it going to dent my wallet? It's not just about that. It's about what value am I getting from this thing that tells the time that I already have 25 to 30 watches that do the same thing. What value am I getting with this watch? And I look at the story behind it, the history behind the reference, if there is any, if it's an independent watch brand, am I looking at what is the reason why this watch was made? And it's one of the main reasons why I don't like talking about a San Martin or a Steel Dive or an Adis Dive, is because the watch just doesn't have any substance to me. It just has specs on the paper. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. Doesn't mean I don't think it's good value for money in terms of the money you pay. But that's why I don't particularly talk about it. And I only talk about watches I love, That's the way it is. Ray, you are a very naughty man. Thank you very much, my friend. I don't think anyone's ever done that before, Ray, on the channel. But listen, you spread yourself thin on other channels, so go easy on yourself. Thank you very much. Whoever is one of those 5 members, you're a lucky person, Don't get anything for it, but you're a lucky person. Thank you, Abe. You've already done that, my friend. You don't need to do it that anymore. Anyway, So when I review a Casio F94, you know, and I see where that came from, came from the 90s, and I appreciate the 90s because I grew up in the 90s. I can see the colors, the yellows, the blacks, the design of the case, the design of the everything. Just it's just more than what it gives me, because if we're talking about specs, the F91W is a £10 watch, but it, you know, the backlight's rubbish and the features are very limited, but it's the sum of all its parts. It's just bonds, and there are some watches that really do that and do it well, you know. I'll talk about this watch now. This is from a company called the Tool Watch Co. In the chat, could you give me a thumbs up if anybody knows of a brand called Tool Watch Co. I think they're Californian. Now, I reviewed a watch a very long time ago, and it was called the Arctic, and it was a titanium case with a meteorite dial. It was a blue dial. I reviewed that a long time ago, and I appreciated the brand for sending me the watch. And I liked the watch. I mean, it was very light because it was titanium, but I liked the watch. Tool Watch Co. make simplistic, purposeful. Oh, Mrs. MWC, you're right. She seems to be watching something online and yeah, batting in. Sorry about that. Mrs. MWC, give her a wave, everyone. She's down there looking at shoes online, so that's nice. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Anyway, so this is from a brand called Tool Watch Co. And this is the Loom. See if I can get it. This is the Loom Core chronograph. Look at this in all its beauty. 38 millimeters, 46 lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width. I think it's about 12 millimeters thick. And look how cool it is. This is a great. So basically, the dial is loomed, and I think it's the first dial I've ever appreciated skeleton hands. They just work so well with this dial. You see the printed loom dots on the hours. They're nice and shiny. They're shining off this light. It's a fantastic watch. It's powered by a VK64 mecha quartz movement. They do actually. This is actually sold out, which I'm gutted about, because there's no point reviewing it at the minute. But they do a black dial. I'll show that in a minute. But I think this is $295. And I think the black dial is $250. Now, the only thing, it has a boxed dome sapphire crystal, which is fantastic as well. Let me see if I can get it up there again. Come on. Look at that. That's beauty. AR coating. I love the bezel. Love the size of the crown. Love the pushers. The mecha quartz movement makes it look like we've got a nice smooth sweep there. We've got minutes and hours, subdials. That's upside down, isn't it? But look at that. I think this is a canvas style with leather on the back. The only thing that lets it down for me is the water resistance of 30 atmos, so 3 atmos, so 30 millimeters. That would be a watch. 30 meters of atmospheric pressure. I've still got the sticker on the crown, but I do love that crown. That's cool, isn't it? I just love the ethos of the brand. Very simplistic, purposeful, built, no nonsense, and they are really coming down on the prices of their watches, and I just really appreciate it. I just thought, yes, send me one over, and you know, for the price, I think it's darn good. You got a tang buckle with the logo on it. For my 6.5-inch wrist, you know, it's got to be a top chronograph of the year for price. I feel. Really do like it. I shall show off I don't know what the chat's like, and hope you like it. Moya. How are you, my friend? Thank you for the super chats. Just remember, I don't want your super chats. I don't want it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. But the main thing for me is just to have you here and watch. So I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, my friend. Watches with Abdullah. I hope you're doing fantastic, my friend. Thank you. I hope you are well. And I hope the YouTube channel is going very well. It's a dog eat dog world out there, my friend, isn't it? So yeah. Let's just see. Oh, Michael. I've just had a little announcement. Michael Hinson has been a member for 7 months. Thank you, my friend. Nice looking, please. They don't do a 43mm, my friend. I do apologize. They've basically gone to a they've stripped everything back. What that does, it does make it look modern, but the case is pretty much a 60s case. And if we're talking 50s and 60s, we are talking. We're not talking 43mm, my friend. Don't matter what Black Bay tell you, with their 68. But yeah, I really like the watch. Let me just show you the black. What do you reckon of the black, the dial? This is, I think the Lume Core one is a slightly more expensive. There's no nonsense to it. There's nothing fancy in the finishing. It's just a very nice, wear throughout the week watch, and I really do appreciate that. I love tool watches. I don't particularly love showy off bling bling bling. The dial does go nice and blue. It is cool. And I love that 7mm crown. I do love that. It's just a very nice looking watch. If you wanted to design something yourself, it wouldn't be far different to that, really. For me, definitely gives me inspiration to do a chronograph. But no, I'm a fan of the watch, definitely. I don't know whether I like the Lume Core one better than the black one or not. I'm not sure. But yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. The only thing is the 30 meters of water resistance, and maybe the brand name. But I do quite like the TWCO. I do like that. It used to be Tool Watch Co. on the dial, which it is actually below the hand stack. But it's very minimalist. I just like that. I just like that in a watch. And decent value. No, I don't know too much about what the flipping taxes are getting that watch from California over to us in the UK or Europe. I don't know. I think it changes by the day, the tax rates. But there we go. Thank you very much, Ray. If you are watching, please give me a thumbs up. That'd be lovely. Let's get this out there to as many people as we can. Thank you very much for all the messages. Field It Rise, how are you, my friend? Gavin, Lucky, Time Finder, love it, my friend. Please talk about Casios. I've got so many people over the last few weeks that have said I was never into watches, and now I've had to buy a watch box because you've made me buy all these Casios. Russ, I hope you're doing well, my friend. So ongoing chatting, ongoing stuff with Tyab at Radcliffe. It is ongoing. It's gonna happen. It is definitely gonna happen. There's no doubt about it. There is something I want to happen with this MDVR, so the Mad Watch Collector and Radcliffe dive watch, that hasn't been done that often before, and it's not tricky, but it seems like it is a little bit to the manufacturer, but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be phenomenal, I think. Anyway, I'm so excited about the dive watch when it comes. I'm not in the market for a diver at all unless someone wants to give me a 62 mass limited edition Seiko a very good price. That's it. I'm pretty much done. So that watch for me, that diver, that's what that's what I'm looking forward to. That's huge for me. So yeah. Let's just look in the chat. Well, when we talk about value for money, first of all, I've got, I don't know if anyone it follows Christopher Ward that much, but they have a huge watch announcement and release that happening on the 24th, I think. And in actual fact, guess who's got one? I've got one here. They're properly taking the mickey out of the color, though. I think I've got the last color variant, but it's a very special watch. For those of you that are into their Sealanders and their C65s and everything else, this is we're talking we're talking triple the money. We're talking a lot of money. But listen, this is basically their sequel. Maybe not, maybe the Luminaire as well, but their sequel to the Bel Canto. This is them showing off. It really is. And I think it is a pretty special thing to look at. So look out for that release. There'll be a show as soon as the embargo stops, and I shall try and get it out. But on Christopher Ward, I'm a fan of the brand. I'm a fan of what they make. I'm a fan of their ethos. I'm a fan of their literally, not hiding anything, telling the public, the amount we make on each watch, that sort of thing. I'm appreciative of the amazing warranty that they have on the movement and the case. That's pretty special. I'm a massive fan of the fact that they've been around for 20 years now, and they were exclusively only selling their watches online, something that was unheard of back in 2000 and whatever it was, 2004. Absolutely crazy. They've come a long way. They have come a long way, and the Bel Canto has opened doors and avenues that they never thought would be possible. But good, solid Swiss-made watches, I really struggle to fault. I don't fault them. The only thing that I have with them is that they just don't have a history that I'd like. They don't have a story, a massive story behind their back catalogue. But they're great. They are great. They're military used. They're phenomenal. And I am a fan of Christopher Ward. I really am. And as longer the days go, and the years go, you've got to give them a lot of props, because they're doing so much for British watchmaking right now, making actual movements in the UK. Is pretty special. I can't really say too much more, really. But yeah. Anyway, when we talk about Yema gives super value for some serious specs and designs, Yema, yes. I mean, they're another company that I was really striving to do things differently and to really give you a lot for your money with your micro rotors and your in-house movements. Just doing things. If you look at Oris, if you look at the likes of Oris, they've got such a huge history. But they haven't got the movement prowess as a Yema, you'd have to say, So yeah, I give a lot of credit to Yema, definitely. I haven't had too many Yemas in. I haven't seen too many Yemas, but I know Antoine at Yema has been asking to send me something, and I will review them very soon. So yeah. What do you think of? Here we go. What do you think of trying Chinese brands like Olev's? Hi, Sean, Benya, and Pagani Design. First of all, my friend, it doesn't matter how good the specs are. I don't like copycat brands. I really don't like brands that are formed from piggybacking off of other brands, you know, and that's just me. I've got nothing against you liking it. I've got nothing against anyone else liking it. It's just me. That's just me. It's my funny ways. What I would say about Timex, they're doing some fantastic things at the minute. If you can, in the chat team, give me oh my word, Google account. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it looks like one's coming my way, and I think I will be done when it comes to chronographs after that. I think that might quash any thought of wanting a Speedmaster after this Volcane skin diver chrono. Honestly, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, in the chat, give me some watches. Let's have a look at them. Where is Sean? If you bring up here we go. Let me just see Olev's Benya. Let's have a look. Benya watches. Is it gonna hurt me, mate? Is this gonna hurt me? Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look. I typed Benya. Ooh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. So we're talking Temu, AliExpress. We're talking Pagani Design. So our Benya Pagani Design. We've got Royal Oaks. We've got up here. We got a bit of Explorer. We got a Milgauss. We got an OP. This one looks a little bit like a Zenith. I don't know whether they're good watches in your hand. Oh, Benya Daytona. I mean, that's just straight up in your face. It just annoys me. It does just annoy me. And I know that they're probably a brand that make watches of their own. I mean, look at this one. There we go. This one here. This one. Oh, I can't even look at it up. There are this one here. This is quite Benya. I haven't seen too many like this. This one looks quite nice, although it's a bit Speedmastery with the Lyra lugs. It's just a different configuration with the sub dials. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, my friend, I have to admit. But listen, I'm not against you having it. I mean, I mean, the other thing with AliExpress, I've got nothing against AliExpress, but I've heard some bad stories with people buying from there, not being able to take things back, or taking things back and not hearing from the company, and not getting anything done, not getting a refund, and all sorts of stuff. But I know a lot of people, like YouTubers out there, that do good business with AliExpress. I've got nothing against you. Robert Wood, how are you, Robert? Yeah, I think what I don't like is the fact that Miss Krista, how are you? Enoxon Belfast. I will have a look, my friend. What I would say is Enoxon. For some reason. So I'm looking at this, my friend. I am getting marathon vibes. I can't really look at too many of these watches without actually going into them. Oh, crikey. Oh, they're having trouble. They're having trouble with their website. So I can't really go on there. But they're cool. They're all right. They're very stripped back, aren't they? They're cool. Enoxon Fly. Little pole router there. You know. Are you supposed to be seeing anything? Oh, sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Little pole router there. You know, we got a... What do you mean you can't see anything? You can see. Oh. Well, I'm looking at it and I can see it. I like Mido. I do like Mido. as long as I can say it all right, you know. But a lot of people come to me and they say, MWC, Seiko's quality control. And first of all, I've never had a misaligned anything from Seiko myself. But I would say if you did buy a Seiko that had a misaligned anything, then hopefully you've bought it from a reputable company and you can get that money back and get it replaced straight away. That is the power of the big brands, you know. That is the power of the big brands. So that's the site you have to use. Love me do. I like general lineup from the Dartmouth. Sounds like AV8 and Spinnaker. Nice. I just looked at the Vulcane Skin Diver. Yes, the only thing is with the Vulcane Skin Diver, it's not a cheap watch, but it's made so beautifully. It really is. I'm gonna get this Casio A130, my friend. I am. Very soon. I will be getting one. I'm just a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared that it's going to look like the LF20W. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. As you can see, very clear screen there, because it's not facing you. If this watch is facing you, are you going to get a clear screen? You know, for anyone that is into their Casios and has watched my shows for the last 3-4 weeks, you know that I'm a bit funny when it comes to faded screens when you're looking head on at the screen. So yeah, they've covered their back with this shot. This is a bit sad. It is, my friend. That is a bit sad because that's a lovely watch. It's one that I haven't really massively loved because the bezel just takes over the whole case. You don't get a lot of case when you look down at a monster. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I do. Yeah. What is your top tip for beginner? Sean, top tip for beginner watch collectors, my friend, is I would go very slowly. And it's really easy to say. But I would be I would appreciate the watches that you own and appreciate the watches you have before looking anywhere else. I'd also give yourself a little time limit before you buy another one. You know, obviously Casios don't count. You can get them just like that, pop, 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 on the Amazon shop. Yeah, the old Amazon shop that's there. But yeah, I think that's the thing that I regret when I first started, is just not appreciating what I have. It's just you get into this weird cycle where you find a watch, you research it, you research the hell out of it, you get it, you buy it, it's amazing. It comes in, you put it in the watch box, and then you think, what's next? And then the cycle starts again, and that is great. But the distance between the watches and the purchases, I think that's called an addict. Is that an addict? What would you prefer though? Drugs, alcohol, or watches? So shut up. Yeah, there you go. See, Mr. MWC trying to have a go. Russell, I'm not a huge fan of Frederic Constant because I don't really like skeletonized watches. They are the founders of the old heartbeat skeletonized little bits on the dial, and that is cool. But I'm not into dress watches. What is the general consensus about Luminox watches? They are cool, my friend, but I'd rather go for a G-Shock. You know, that's simple. Love that. I was sure the last watch was it. I know, Zach. I absolutely I feel you and I hear you. But yeah. McCormick, how are you, my friend? Did you get another Zin after the U50? Recently got the U2. No, I didn't. But do I regret that watch? Selling that watch? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I did. I sell it to you, Fraser Nash. I know he's got my 104. I probably regret the 104 more over the U50, just because for anyone that's thinking of buying a Zin 104 STTA or TAST, I can't remember what it is. Expect to be annoyed by it, because it's a watch that really does every single thing you want it to do. It's a polished case. It's a 200-meter diver, essentially. It's got a countdown bezel, not a diver's bezel, but a countdown bezel. The proportions are magnificent. And I honestly think that watch, I had to get rid of it because it didn't justify me getting another watch because of it. You know, the U50 is not versatile at all. I love the U50. It's a very cool watch. Very thin 500-meter diver. But it just, I had it on the rubber strap. I kept it on that big rubber strap. And it just didn't go with anything, with everything, you know. The Zin 104, I had it on so many different straps. I had it on a nylon strap, leather strap, rubber strap, everything. And I think that watch is incredible. What I would say is I got that watch back in might have been 2021 or 2020, and it was £750 to £800. It's so much more expensive now. In actual fact, I'm just going to have a look. Let's have a look how much a Zin 104 is. It's £1,400. £1,400 for that watch. That is the watch I'm talking about. Beautiful syringe hands. Gorgeous, great loom. Doesn't show it there really. But that is £700 at least more than what I paid brand new 4 years ago. And that, my friends, whenever someone is saying, "Oh, why has this brand gone up? Why has that brand gone up?" They've all gone up. They have all gone up. And sometimes it's justified, and other times it's not. I would still think that that watch is a very good proposition. But nowadays, even on the Francis Gay website, which I think you can get 10% off still with the code that I have. So if you look at the last Zins that I reviewed, I think there's a 10% code. We can't call it 10% though, because I don't think the brand likes that. I would probably go used on Zin watches now. I honestly would. Just because I know how much I did pay for one, you know. But fantastic watch. What is the watch that you have worn the most on your wrist since getting your Casio and Argos? Ascari. How are you, my friend? How are you, Mark? What is the watch that you have worn the most on your wrist since getting your Casio in Argos? I think Mark's talking about the CA53 that I bought with my mum back in 1989, 1990, and that snowballed. That started the obsession with wearing watches on my wrist, and smart watches. Let's not beat around the bush. Pretty cool smart watches. I don't know, my friend. I must admit there was a time when I wasn't massively into watches, that I wore a Tag Heuer Formula 1 that my wife bought me for Christmas. The dimensions are perfect for my wrist. I wore that a hell of a lot. It probably is that one. I actually wore that on the birth of our daughter, so I can't get rid of it. But I do need to get a new battery in it. That would be the one that I wear the most, that I've worn the most in my watch career. I love a bit of Orient. Orient do some fantastic watches. Orient Kamasu. I do love a Kamasu. I do love the Ray 2 more, I must admit. I champion this watch a lot. But this, I really do love this watch. I think it's great. The crown is a little bit small, but look at that price. I was reviewing this watch back in 2021, 2022, and it had just peaked over the £100 mark. It was about £108, £109. Now, I know this is Amazon we're talking about, but I think I bought mine on Amazon, £229. Now, to be fair, I did buy mine on the rubber strap. This bracelet's not nice at all. Yeah, it's a nice watch, but £230. I mean, that's a difficult. I'd look at a used Orient Ray 2 if they're going for that price. But this is the thing, team. This is the thing. If you Google everything now, Google any watch brand that you bought 5-6 years ago, everything's gone up so much. It really has. Which is why there's a big pull for independent watch brands, because you are getting some great personal touches, great value for money in terms of the specs. The brands haven't been around too long, so you can't see a big gap where they ups their prices. Hopefully they are competitively priced. It's just, everyone talks about Seiko upping their prices. Well, everyone's done it. You can't. I mean, Swatch Group are horrendous with price hikes. Hamilton, ridiculous. Their khaki field mechanical has gone up. I'd say it's gone up £300. It's almost gone up 100% since 2020. And that's just mad. Not Scaz, hope you're well, matey. Look at that watch he's got on in his profile. Love that. That's the old mad hacker, the MHKR. The diver will be out. The MDVR will be automatic. It will have a date function on it, which, if you know me in the channel, that is a bit strange, but I can't say any more than that. Oh, well, here we go. Listen, I mean, I know someone, my friend, that have paid similar Orient 75th anniversary. Cool, that is fantastic. Sorry. They were around that price. Plus, they used back in before 2021 or 2020, they used the ETA movement. That was the 28,800 beats per hour, the smooth 4 hertz sweep. Then they went to the H10 movement, I think it is. That what they did is they decreased the beat rate, but they lowered the beat rate, but they upped the power reserve. This way, the serviceability has increased. Well, hopefully you won't need to have the watch serviced a longer period, but I think they ruined it when they did that, if I'm being honest. Let's see what Danish has to say, because I think I mentioned it a few times. I bought Seiko SSK 001 but returned it as her PRX and was not happy. I'm going to buy a Tissot C-Star 40mm Patmatic. Alternative, can you suggest Hamilton khaki or maybe Longines? Well, you're talking a lot of money difference. If you're going Longines, they may be around the £1,000 mark if you're lucky. You can get quartz versions that are under that. If you look at Tissot's history with the C-Star, it's a bit laughable. The watch is unrecognizable 25 years ago. It's basically a watch that looks like an old Omega Seamaster from the 50s. That's what a Sea Star was. And they've just copied and pasted, and it was like, I don't like a Sea Star at all. I don't like it. I don't think they're particularly good looking. I hate the balance T on the seconds hand, and they just don't have anything that pulls me in. Hamilton don't really have too much when it comes to, they have the Frogman. They don't have too much when it comes to dive watches. I honestly, my friend, I need to see what the SSK001 is. Let me just have a look. SSK001. Well, listen, I mean, you're talking about a Seiko 5 Sports, my friend. That is basically, for Seiko these days, is your entry level Seiko. I would go Seiko, man. I would definitely go Seiko. I'd get a Turtle. I'd get a Willard. I'd get any Seiko diver that has, I mean, the Samurai. The Seiko Samurai. I would have that in a heartbeat. Which will be the was it Save the Ocean dial. Let me have a look at this. I mean, this to me is a beautiful watch. It's the Manta Ray dial. But I think for me on a Seiko, this is around £400. There are the basic Samurais that are cheaper, but the Prospex dial, this is a professional diver. This is an ISO certified diver. Look at it. It is built for purpose. It looks amazing. Look at that crown. I mean, oh yeah, here's my, sorry, here we go. Look at that crown. There isn't a better crown on a Seiko dive watch for me. And also on the bezel. Take a look at the bezel. Look at that. That grip is phenomenal, and it feels beautiful. This watch is fantastic for me. I really do like it. Don't be put off by the 44 millimeters. It does not wear like a 44 millimeters. I think the lug to lug is like something like 47, something like that, because of the way the lugs drop down. It's a phenomenal watch. I can't say, obviously, if you get it off the bracelet, it's going to look smaller. But I absolutely love this watch. I take a Seiko dive watch over anything Hamilton does, anything Tissot does. Certina have some great designs from the old days. The DSs are really cool. They're action divers. I just don't think anything is as good as a Seiko Prospex diver when it comes to dive watches. I mean, and when you're talking about Longines, then you're talking about a higher level watch. You know, that's me. I am a Seiko shill. Right, now listen, I'm going to give away some things. Not give away things, but I'm going to give some announcements away. I've pretty much forgot what I was going to talk about. No, that is not true, Wigmaster. I think you saw Long Island Watch. There's not a special edition. It's a certain edition with blue bits on it, but I will guarantee that the SNJ 0025 is not being discontinued. It does too well for them, and it is an absolute mega watch. No way. No way. It will be some sort of special edition with blue accents or something that you just don't need in the catalogue anymore. So first announcement, this is just for you guys, so no one else is going to know yet. The brand that I'm going to see in Germany in June is, any clues any guesses in the comments before I say it? Yeah, the Padiani. Well, we've got one person's got it right so far. Pagani design. Love it. There is a possibility that at some point Chucky Bonbon, I will be going to China at some stage with Radcliffe, maybe. Let me just get this up. La, la, la. Okay, so the brand that I am going to see is God. The brand I'm going to see is Hanhart. There you go. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal brand. Deep. The factory is deep in the Black Forest. I think I'm doing some hiking with some Hanhart collectors and with a fellow YouTuber. Just phenomenal chronographs. I did mention that there was a chronograph. The Vulcane Skin Diver chronograph will be my last one. I think a Hanhart is in order. Certainly, I think the ES 1954, the 417, the 39mm. I'm not sure I'm ready for a Bunt strap, I must admit, but just absolutely phenomenal world of watchmaking in Hanhart. Still make their stopwatches, as far as I can see and tell. Still a proper family-run business. Still make these watches with the old machinery. I mean, look at that stopwatch. I think I'd like one of those. Really excited because it's my first delve into a watch factory. I'm really looking forward to that. Something to look forward to in June. Mrs. MWC has sent me something. Hang on. It's probably a set of shoes to have a look at. Is that right? La la da 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 da. So anyway, that is where's the get rid of that Wigmaster. That's where are we going? The other little bit of news, Mido. I haven't done too much Mido. I will do soon. This is what I mean. I've been doing this for like 5 years, and there are so many brands that I still haven't touched yet. And I will get my hands on. Corion. Not too many, but I'm going to change it. I did ask in the community post not long ago if anyone had wanted to send me their watch collection, because we were going to review them online live. I'm still going to do that. Sam, I have seen your message. Sam's talking about the there it is. This Sam, I forgot what the name of the Facebook group is, but there are a tremendous amount of people on that Facebook group site, and I know a lot of people just are members of it just to take in what people put down. I get a lot of compliments from subscribers and people on Instagram as well, saying how friendly and how great the Facebook site is. Stick it down. I forgot what the thingy. What's this? No, just members stand out in a different color due to being a member. It's hard to see very hard to see all the messages. I do apologize. If you have time, take a look at Young Hans. I do like Young Hans. I did own a Young Hans Max Beal 38 automatic. It was just too dressy for me. Just too dressy. Thank you very much for hitting the like, everyone. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook sometimes, and of course YouTube. I think there's a link in the description of a link tree that takes you to everywhere. So the I can't get that. Ever since I said California, Greg, I can't get that out of my head now. Thank the company Tool Watch Co. That's what I tend to do. Anyway, I'll have a gander. Have a gander, Elon. Anyway, the next bit of news. I've always, over the last few years, I've really tried to think, what can I do with this channel? How can I maximize this channel? There's a decent platform here. How can I make a difference? Well, the difference that I'm already making, I hope that I'm making to some people's lives. And the idea for maybe this year, it may start next year because we've got a lot of prototypes and planning to do. But I've decided to start a strap brand, and it's going to be called Mad Straps, and I'm going to do it with my brother. It was a phenomenal designer. He loves his Photoshop. We're both great on ideas, and I can't tell you anything other than that's what I'm going to do. Maybe the logo might give you an idea of what I'm going to do and what these straps are going to be. But listen, I want you to know that the MWC is going to come up with he's the new Bark and Jack. Yeah. But I'm not taking anything away from Bark and Jack. This strap company will have a unique selling point. That's all I'm saying. Not Casio straps, my friend, but maybe you might be able to use them on some. But yeah, watch this space because I'm really looking forward to showing the members first the prototypes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What do we got here? Doodly-doo-doo-doo. I think that's pretty much it. We've said some nice stuff. There was some great stuff in the chat about what I love about these live shows is, someone can look back on this and have a good look at the comments, and someone could say a little watch reference, and someone could Google it, and that could be their next favorite watch, not just me rambling like a donkey. But yeah. Chili Badger, how are you, my friend? I think that's been done, Russ. I think that's been done. Are you still working on your second release? I am, my friend. It will be coming. It will be coming. I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely happening. It's just it can't be rushed. It cannot be rushed. There's no reason to rush it. There really is no reason to rush it. I know there's a lot of people that would are ready to pounce on me because my favorite type of genre of watch is a diver, so it's got to be cool. It's gotta be cool. Big Boss Man, I will make a Casio Corner t-shirt. The last time I tried to do it, it kept blocking me from doing it because it knew it would be that popular. But I will definitely do it. This one I think is available in the merch shop in the Linktree description. I like this little motif. I'll get a Casio Corner one that goes round here, But yeah. Now, listen, if it flops, it flops. The strap company, but I'm gonna give it. We're gonna give it a good go. We really are, and we're quite excited about it. DP, thank you, my friend. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. Sorry, I haven't done too many shows in the last couple of weeks. I've just been with the family. It's been 2 weeks off, and I've absolutely loved it. I have really loved it. But back on the hamster wheel on Tuesday, and there is no rest for the wicked. The algorithm has been horrible to me with those 2 shows that I brought out, but that's the way it goes. In actual fact, the last 3-4 shows I brought out, they've not given it out to you guys. There's a lot of people that haven't seen the notifications that these shows come up. What I would say is, team, click the bell icon on the channel because you'll get notified when a new show comes out. That's what I keep telling people anyway. There was someone that said, "Oh, you haven't been on YouTube for a while." Well, how much a while are you talking about? Because I did one yesterday. Anyway. Oh, what we got here? Someone's bought something. Jeno. Hi from Germany. I want to buy a German watch. Your thoughts about a Tutima Grand Flieger? Don't know too much about them, my friend, but I will now. I like reviews. Megalan. Caso GBA 900 salad white salad cream. Although didn't find material on your channel. No, I haven't done it. I haven't done one of those yet, my friend. Probably because it's a flipping huge watch. But there we go. A Holt. No one screwed me on anything, my friend. And no one screwed me on anything. Talking about value for money. What do you think about Formex? I absolutely love Formex. Honestly. I have worn my Aqualand. I've worn it a lot with Master. What I did when I first got it, there was a lot of people like Stu on the Discord told me to boil it in a cup of hot water to soften the rubber because that rubber resin strap is so stiff, stiffer than a stiff man's stiff bits, I tell you. And listen, I gave it at least 20 cups of tea and boiling water, and it's still as stiff as a stiff man's stiff bits. It's a horrible strap. So I will have to get a new strap for it. But I have been wearing it. I've enjoyed it. I've not actually realised that it is a Citizen because I don't usually do Citizens. So it's been nice. Oh, sorry, Hulk. No, I mean, God knows what YouTube, the way YouTube works. I don't know the way it works. It's just the titles that I do sometimes. A lot of people have to realize that some people don't like the thumbnails I do. Some people don't like the titles I do, but it's only to bring in new people. That's what it's basically for. You guys that know the channel, disregard the face I pull, or disregard the title unless you're into this title. You know what you're going to get, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it. So yeah, just bear with me. It's purely for an algorithm purposes. And listen, I've done this a while, and I know what seems to work usually, but it's all good. I hope Vintage Casio watches do like them, my friend Sam. I actually bought one. Not long ago, and the Discord will know about this because I said a picture. Yes, my friend. I'm chuffed you still got it. I sent a picture to the Discord in an antique shop, and this watch was laying on a shelf, and I just typed tempting. Well, for all you on the Discord, I got it. Anyway, this has been phenomenal. We've done an hour and 9 minutes. Incredible stuff. I'm going to sit down with another cup of tea and some more chocky bonbons. There's so many shows coming: Seiko's, Casio's, Volcane's, Christopher Ward's. There's a show on military watches. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's absolutely kicking off. Members that are asking how I join the Discord. If you can just so 4 at gmail.com. Email me here, members, and I will send you a link. Okay, obviously I shall check that you are a member. Address members that have the Discord that may not be members now. Mrs. MWC is cranking down the hammer. I'm sure everyone on the Discord is still a member, but we may filter it. We'll see. But I'm not that type of person. The wife is, though. She is. She's flipping ruthless. This is why we work so well. You know, I'm the good cop. She's the bad cop. You know, can I have some chocolate, Dad? Yeah, of course you can. Can I have some chocolate, Mum? No. Can I have a toy, Mum? No. Can I have a toy, Dad? Yeah. That's the sort of thing, isn't it? Is that the way it goes? But yeah, it's all good. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a lovely. Those that are off tomorrow on a bank holiday Monday, make the most of it. We're back to work on Tuesday. Hopefully there'll be some watch content for you very soon after that. Thank you so much for keeping me company. If you can write a comment after, this is a challenge for all 240 of you right now. If 240 people comment straight after this show, well, it'll be done. When this show finishes, not in the live chat, but in the comments of the show come up, just give me a comment. What can we ask them? This is MWC. Put you on the spot. I'll tell you what would be a good one. If you would like the Mad Watch Collector, the channel, to collab with any brand other than Seiko, Casio, Radcliffe, the obvious ones, I'd love to know. Don't put it in the live chat now. Put it in the chat in the comments, because I'd be interested. Eh? Or if you fancy, or if you'd like to see a collaboration with me with a fellow YouTuber, that'd be great. Because always looking for that, always trying to help out YouTubers along the way as well, because I know how tough it has been to carve out your own little niche, but thank you so much for being part of this show. You've made it, really. I mean, if there was no one there, it would be very boring and I'd end up watching something on the telly. But I'm really looking forward to the next couple of weeks worth of watches, because it's going to be great. And keep your eyes peeled and ears for the straps, because I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much, team. All the best to you. Big love to you and your family. Tool Watch Co. Yes, from Romco.